Welcome back to Whole Future, guys. Wanted to make a video today talking about long-term raw foodists. This basically, I was inspired to do this from my friend Fruity Ronster's video where he was talking about Doug Graham coming and visiting him in Scotland and giving a talk there. And so if you don't know Doug Graham, long-term raw foodist, I think he's been doing it like 30 plus years. And Ronnie was saying that Doug was saying really crazy out there things like cooked food will become immortal before it becomes illegal. And if you follow, the raw food community at all, it's like notorious for having just absolute whack jobs, like people who are crazy, people who are nuts. And then you've got the people who are seemingly nuts, but then, you follow them for a little while and you realize, well, maybe they're onto something. So I don't know where I fall into that category. Just if you haven't watched these videos, I've been into raw foods for, several years, been doing it like hardcore 100% for the past 2 or so. But I don't, not hardcore in the way that I'm like bashing people who are doing cooked food. I try not to do that. I don't think that I do. But you got these dudes who have been doing it like 20, 30 plus years, like Robert Lockhart, who say things like, cooking food is the #2 cause of pollution in the world, and it's like the root cause of all disease. And if you just eat like 100% raw food diet, you're completely immune to like cancer and all this stuff. And I just got to thinking, like, why are they so crazy? Why do they hold these crazy beliefs that, like, starches are poison and like everything that's cooked is a poison? Is there any truth to that? Like, what's going on? And why are these guys so like dogmatic and insane about raw foods? And I realized that they kind of came of age with it in an era when it was much harder to do. Let me tell you that in 2015, especially in Los Angeles, California, it is easy to be a raw foodist. Like, not like it's like medium or like kind of hard. Like, honestly, in my opinion, it's easy. It is easy. Produce is cheap and available. There are raw options at there's many vegan restaurants and raw vegan restaurants that like have things that you could eat. Now, some of these will be in kind of like the high fat category, which if you're a low fat raw foodist, you may kind of frown upon, but it's better than nothing. Let me just say, as someone who, moving to California was like a huge catalyst for me to be able to do 100% raw diet successfully. That is easy here. But 20, 30 years ago, it wasn't easy anywhere except maybe the tropics. But you can't live in the tropics forever unless you're, a citizen down there. You figure out some way to do it. It's not easy to move to the tropics. It's doable. People do it. But for the most part, like, to live in modern society and be a raw foodist was like extremely difficult, not only for like produce availability and cost, but just like the social, like people hadn't even heard of vegetarian, let alone vegan, let alone raw vegan. So as a defense mechanism, they had to construct these really like crazy dogmatic beliefs that would prevent them from ever indulging in cooked food again. This was like their mental defense mechanism. I feel like myself, I don't need to have that. Like, I can just do this raw food thing, and I really don't feel like I need these barriers up around myself. I went to a vegan potluck yesterday. There was plenty of fruit. People brought salads. There was like a few like prepared raw dishes in addition to all the, gluten-free cookies you could eat. And so I was just prepared. I was just going to eat persimmons the whole time. But ended up like having some really good salads, even ones that were like 80-10-10 friendly that people made. So I was real happy with that. I don't need to have these crazy beliefs, but 20, 30 years ago, to like survive, as in to like stay raw as a raw foodist, if that was really important for your health and well-being, you had to be like a crazy outcast. And so now you're seeing dudes who are like 20, 25 years, 30 years like post that, and this is the outcome. So if you think that like these guys are crazy you're kind of right, but they had to be crazy just to survive. Because I think if you look at dudes like me 20 years from now, I'm still a raw foodist. Maybe yes, I will be. Maybe no, I won't be. I don't. Doesn't. I'm not putting too much of my feelings in line with that, but like, I think I'll be a little bit more, a little more normal. At least a little more like getting along with mainstream society and not having to tell people crazy things about how terrible cooked food is. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Would love to hear any comments that you guys have. Please comment down below. Subscribe to these videos if you haven't already, especially to see more about how to succeed on a raw or just regular plant-based diet. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you next video. Hey guys, subscribe to Whole Future on YouTube and check out Whole Future on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat as well.